Yo, 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 what's up?
You,
Yo, how
you.
crazy is Fanatics Fest? Yo, hey, D-Lo, how crazy is this, bro?
Unbelievable. I ain't never been here, so love is great. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yo, so for an old guy who retired 6 years ago, I appreciate the love that everybody showed today. Y'all made me feel good. We got any Heat? We got any Heat fans in the building?
For the Heat
All right, so to all the Heat fans, happy anniversary. We won 2 championships on this day. I just want y'all to know that.
people. Yes, sir. '06, you feel me?
All right, so we have a show called The Timeout. My brother D'Angelo, talk about your show, man.
This is sick. Like I said, Dwade is one of the guys that's been inspiring me for a long time. Once he got the podcast, he's got his brand, he got his wine. I can go forever. But he's just inspiring the youth. And we got a podcast as well called The Backyard. And this is a collaboration of what y'all see. We all trying to collaborate and work together to keep growing. So this is what y'all see.
Yeah, so our show, go ahead and give my guys some claps. So our show is just about conversations, obviously about things that we love. Sports is definitely one of the things that we love and that we know very well, but it's more to us. It's more layers to us as well. So hope y'all can sit and enjoy just a conversation that we're going to have. Y'all good with that?
Love that.
All right. So,
Hey, I ain't used to this, bro. I ain't
What?
used to having a crowd.
Different.
I mean,
doing
neither.
this. And we did it for the first time in China. And I was like, bro, we got to act like the crowd ain't here so we
Right.
can get into our chemistry and our combo.
Yeah, I ain't you. This is our first time doing live on this too. I wanted to set it up before we get into our combo.
It's crazy.
Before they start getting into their phones and leaving and shit. You know what I mean?
So we got to get to work.
We gotta get to work. So first of all, man, obviously, D-Lo, you and I have a relationship that goes beyond the game of basketball. We both represented, under the same company. I started a brand 13 years ago, and Wright was the first athlete.
Shout out D Wright, man.
Wright was the first athlete to sign with the brand, him and UD. But I told him you the first all-star.
Yeah.
Talk to
You
him.
the first all-star
Talk to him.
to sign with the Dwyane Wade brand, man. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you for taking a chance on Li Ning and Way of Wade. And tell them a little bit about our partnership, bro.
Like he said, I want to ask you too. I mean, I know you was talking about it on what made you branch off and start your own thing. We'll get into that. But for me, I always noticed somebody going a different route than everybody else. And obviously there's the Nikes, the Adidas, and things like that. And for me to cross paths with D a few years ago during All-Star, and he mentioned it to me, kind of planted that seed, I didn't really see the vision. But then when we went to dinner together and we branched off to talking about a multitude of different things, and I knew this was somebody that I could really learn from, one, and just he's already got the blueprint out there. So somebody that I could just kind of throw a bunch of different things at and hear his opinion and where he wanted to go and how he went there, how he got there. I knew this was something that could grow, and it feels like a forever brotherhood off the court. But as far as us branding and doing things other than basketball, the blueprint's already there. So I'm always piggybacking on what he's doing. So, and this, I don't mean to change the subject, but this is my boy Logan. For a lot of people out there that may not know Logan Linkmire, he's our co-host on our show, and he's doing his own thing too. So, yeah.
Hey, D-Lo, I got a question for you. Like Flash just said, I was one of the first athletes on Li Ning. We were under his brand. And I was clowning the other day when Ross brought out your first signature shoe. I would love to know how that feel. Being a young kid, Louisville, probably playing in your driveway, trying to be, the next superstar. So how does it feel to finally have your first signature shoe? And what's that vibe like?
Dude, I cried. I mean, honestly, when they delivered the shoe to me, Shaw and all those guys here, y'all see them, they delivered the shoe to me. I never planned on having a shoe. I never even dreamed of having a shoe, honestly. I just love basketball. And playing basketball, locking into my craft allowed me to do all these other things. So when you see me crying over a shoe, that's my raw emotion. Because once I never seen that, I never thought I'd be in this position with a guy like this dude, yourself. Y'all inspired me in ways y'all would never know. So it's crazy. In the sky's the limit, man. You want to just keep expanding yourself, expanding your brand, and making your own way while you're doing it.
Yeah, D. Wright. One of the things when I wanted to sign D-Lo, obviously he was an all-star. I love this game, but I love this style.
Yes.
And so what I'm excited about for the brand is what D-Lo's style and what he's bringing to it. Like I told him, I wear all his stuff now. Like what he's wearing right now is something that's with the D-Lo.
Some lights.
Yeah, let it go some light.
Let's go.
He got his own. He got his own lifestyle.
Yep.
I got his lifestyle shoes on right now.
Come on now.
Logan got his D-Lo ones on right now.
I got yours
So
on.
it's love out here, man. And
I
so,
didn't get the memo. I'm sorry, guys. I would have wore mine, but I didn't get the memo.
Fit off. He said, I'm gonna fit off.
hey, you know where he just came from? Look at him. What he look like he just got done doing. Well, look at the shirt.
Fashion show, golf course.
Golf
I don't
course.
know.
He just came from the golf
You
course.
golfed in that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ain't
wow. You
nothing
bringing
wrong with
swag
that.
wherever you go.
Hey, listen, I'm an avid golfer now, so like basketball is cool. I love talking about golf. I know you doing big things in golf. I know Flash as well with Ace members only. So I just feel like
Why,
it's
though? Why do you love golf so much?
because I can't compete at a high level no more. So I feel like golf gives me the opportunity to be competitive, go out there with my boys, fellowship, talk business. So it's definitely opened a whole nother side of me, going out there on a golf course after all these years of competing at the high level. And now I'm able to learn something new and struggle. I have my good days, but I struggle a lot, and it makes me grind to get better.
Golf will humble you.
Yes.
And I think that's like seeing athletes play golf, and it's getting more and more popular, at least in like the content side of things. You see a star level athlete in whatever realm they are get humbled by a golf course. And it's like, it's not like a baseball. It's like that ball is sitting there. It's not moving. So it's like, how can I not hit this the same way I just hit it 2 shots ago? And it's like you shank it into the woods and you're pissed off. But it's like,
Yo, we got some golfers out here. Anybody out here golf?
Golfers at, man.
Y'all don't golf?
They hoopers.
I
They
see you.
hoopers.
Yeah, I see you.
They
If
Y'all don't
hoopers.
golf?
you got if your girl golfs, you winning.
Come
Girl
on.
golfs, you're winning.
They hoopers.
Yo, so I like to say this about golf, and I like to say this about the wine industry as well. I tell people all the time, 2 of the most important things I've done since I've retired is the fact that I'm in the wine industry and the fact that I picked up golf, because I've been in situations in both places where I'm sitting with somebody that I would never got an opportunity to have this much time with. When you're sharing a bottle of wine with somebody, when you're golfing with somebody 4 to 6 hours, you don't get that kind of unedited time with anyone. Yeah. And sometimes you fuck around and look next to you like, man, I'm with Obama. I found myself golfing with Obama, and I was like,
Free game right there. Listen, that's what I
Come
mean.
on, man.
That's what I mean by this dude. Like, his guidance is, he drops jewels like that, and it may go over your head. But for me, I'm listening to everything these dudes are saying, and he's telling me what he just said is something that you can take with you wherever you go. Everybody can relate to golf. Everybody can relate to wine. These things like that, it helps you branch off and expand yourself. And like I said, these dudes are a little older than me, but what they're doing now is something I want to do now. So when I'm a little older, I can just be a fluid little motion, and I can keep all these things that I'm trying to do, just keep growing them. And that's my plan.
Yep.
I think something that's like crazy from all this is, like you talked, someone earlier was like asking a question about like, why did you go to Way Away? And one of the things I heard you say was that you felt how pure Dwade was and how pure of energy. There's no faking it. There was no nothing. It was just like there was some raw connection and some energy that you guys felt, that it was just like all love and all pure, like pure love from the jump. And here you guys now talk about the same exact thing and getting into it. To me, I saw you guys over there at the Way of Wade booth, and you guys picked up a shoe and you guys instantly got creative and it was like, what if we did this and it was like this and like that? And that's something that like I appreciate being around both you guys in the small amount of time that I have, is how creative you both truly are in your own individual ways. And I think you see it on the court, but being able to see it behind the scenes of all the other little things, I think that's what's like, nah, these guys are way more than just basketball players.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah, I'm glad you said that, Logan. I think the one thing is, and I just came back from Cannes. I was in France, and it was a lot of creators out there. Creators are obviously taking over the world.
Yep.
And the creators got the mentality like we the new athletes, right? We the ones that everybody get in line for, they show up for, like they and so I think as athletes, and I heard this when I was out there, athletes are the new creators. And I think the one thing is, to be an athlete, you have to be creative. Like to even get to where you got to, you had to be creative as hell, because ain't nobody tell you was gonna be in the NBA one day. So you had to create this world, and you had to create this idea in your mind of actually getting to where you want to get to. So now we actually able to take our creativeness, and now we're able to bring it to our shows. We're able to bring it to the world in a different way. So athletes is the new creators.
Heck yeah, I agree with that for sure.
What's next for you, man? I know you got a lot of different things going on. Just came back from Was it you said can, right?
Yeah, Can.
Subtle flex right there. What's next for you, man? What you got cooking?
So I went out to Can because I'm 43 years old, right? I retired at 37. I've done a lot of things since I retired, but man, how life goes is what you gonna do tomorrow. What you gonna do tomorrow? What you gonna do? So I'm in a place in my life where I'm repositioning. I don't say reinventing. I don't need to reinvent anything. I just need to reposition a few things. And so I'm just repositioning a few things. I'm trying to I went out to Can to talk to brands. And what I talked to them about is I said, listen, I'm here to talk about partnership and not sponsorship. And I think that's a fine line right there. A lot of people just have
that's a bar
sponsorship.
right there.
Don't let that go over your head.
Dropping jewels, bro. Like, it don't go over mine. Listen, I'm taking notes, bro.
He mixing them up with a little bit of humble brags too.
All right, but what's the difference between sponsorship and partnership?
Yeah, sponsorship is transactional. Sponsorship is here go a 2-year deal to be the face of this brand. Sponsor us. Partnership is coming in, learning you, getting to build with you. As you evolve, as you grow, the brand evolves and grows with you. We're building a partnership. We have multiple verticals that you are a part of. That's partnership. Sponsorship is, hey, be the face of this, get this bread, we'll see you.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm 43 now. I've done sponsorships for 20-some years. And so I went out to Cannes to sit down with brands and talk to them about ways that I can integrate myself, see what they were trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish as I try to reposition myself and grow in business.
That's a bar right there. But let's talk about you guys both doing something in that same lane with the partnership, with Kicks Crew. I've learned so much about Kicks Crew over the last few years from D, getting the opportunity to meet Ross and, build that relationship with him. How is that? You guys having that partnership with Kicks Crew, once again, going outside of the box. Not too many athletes are doing things like that. So what was the motivation behind getting behind Ross, who, in my opinion, is a hustler and a motivator, and he wants to do great things? So what did you guys see in Kicks Crew, and, what was you guys' mindset to jump on board with Kicks Crew?
I think for Kicks Crew to offer this opportunity to be the middleman of branding and shoe deals and clothing lines that happen in the whole other side of the world, that a lot of the sales are happening over there. And a lot of people over here don't have access to it. So when you create this lane and this platform to where you're the middleman, you're most likely the only middleman. Like, I don't know anybody else that's allowing you to buy my shoe, his shoe. Obviously, Dame Lillard's got a shoe. Austin Reeves has a shoe. Pazinski has a shoe. A lot of those dudes' shoes are selling over there. So for him to bring that opportunity to us and allow us to be a part of that, obviously we invested in it, but we also believe in it too. Yep. And I think believing is one thing that allows you to keep on expanding on it. And this is just the start. Kicks Crew just happened, like a year or two ago? Like, that wasn't going on 10 plus years. It's something that's brand new. So I'm a firm believer in it. I'm excited to see where the brand goes.
Yeah, man. I think for us, you guys know, we just do our final show. Kicks Crew is our presenting sponsor. We haven't had any sponsors this year. We just been building our show head down, trying to grow and grind. But we decided to bring Kicks Crew in as a presenting sponsor.
Y'all give it up for this dude right here. Give it up for Ross right here.
Talk to me.
Ross.
Talk to me.
Ross in the building.
Talk to me. Everybody, this is Ross from Kicks Crew right here. Give him some love.
My guy, Ross.
Sold out.
That's a
Sold
bar.
out.
So these D-Los.
Stop playing, man. Ain't nobody cop the new D-Los.
So these new D-Los.
This
Come on
box
now.
is fire too, D-Lo.
Come on now. Appreciate that. Shout out Leeway. Leeway out there, man. Shout out
Yo,
Leeway.
who wear a 10 and a half?
These are fire.
Who wear a 10 and a half?
Oh, okay. I hear y'all out there now. Okay.
Who wear a
there
10
you
and a
go.
half?
Hey, wake up now.
They need to answer some
D-Lo.
trivia first, man.
Zaire, I
Hold on,
need
we
that
gotta do
bit.
some trivia. We gotta do some trivia.
Yeah,
We gotta do some trivia.
they gotta answer a question, man.
Just a few questions. Hey, D-Lo,
Talk to me.
this box
Before we get off
fire.
this pod, we giving away
is
shoes.
fire.
My son, bro, he got creative with it. Obviously, there's multiple different colorways, but the box is so symbolic for me because obviously ice in my veins was one thing that I really ran with.
Yeah.
There's some Lithuanian literature on there. That it's like I love you in Lithuanian.
Okay.
And then when you see
You
my
guys
son,
can see it.
said, what's it say? Artwork tributes to Riley Russell.
Right.
So they just ran with the whole idea. I didn't even really have to speak on these things. I
Okay.
kind of just talked about it in brief, and they ran with it and put it on the box. And then when when you look at this right here,
I looked at it, bro.
all the details.
All the
on this
details. All the details.
closest fans in China, to where they got real creative with obviously the emojis and the wordplay on here. I mean, I just wanted to give it a platform to where all my fans could be a part of my shoe
Yes, sir.
and give back to their support that they supported for me from the jump.
D-Lo, you got
Hey, bro,
some
that's fire,
motivation.
bro.
That is fire.
You know how fire that is, dog?
Bro, they ran with that, man.
Hey, so was ice in my veins something before, or was that in the moment? And when you created that?
I always tell the story, right?
Yeah.
There's videos of me in high school. There's videos of me just playing in AAU. My dad used to always, y'all know how it was when your dad would give you that prep talk before you go into the gym.
Yeah.
And then he'll give you that prep talk when you came out or what you didn't do. And that may not be so nice. But I just remember him going into every game, he would always leave me with, have ice in your veins, be fearless. So when I step on the court, I just had this fearless approach, no matter who's on the floor. And that's gotten me through so many moments in the NBA where it was just kind of heavy. But I always could look back on that sign of have ice in your veins, be fearless. And a lot of brands ran with it.
That's dope,
Yo,
bro.
D-Lo, I got a question, man. So you played out here this year. You got traded back to Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. Anybody a Brooklyn fan out here?
Brooklyn.
You was an all-star here in Brooklyn before you went to Golden State and then Minnesota, then obviously the Lakers. But being back here, man, talk about how it felt. We talked the moment when you got traded back to Brooklyn. Talk about how it felt being back in this city.
It's crazy. Obviously, the city's one thing, but the organization of Brooklyn is different. It's unlike any other. The performance team, coach, everything about Brooklyn is different than you would expect. And I've been around the league where I came from the Lakers where the structure is not the same. And then I go to Brooklyn where it's all structure. And it taught me how to be a professional. I always approached the game to where I just was kind of nonchalant and I felt like I could just wing it. When I got to Brooklyn, it taught me how to be a professional, how to sleep, how to eat, how to recover. And that's why I'm still playing to this day, honestly. I'm not a guy that's athletic. I'm a guy that had to take care of my body. I had to recover. I had to eat the best way. I couldn't just show up. And that's what Brooklyn really taught me. And I've been enjoying it ever since.
Shout out to Josiah.
Yeah.
Shout out to our guy, Ali. Shout out to the ownership over there. They do an incredible job. I always say one of my favorite arenas to go to now is the Brooklyn Arena. You come in there, you vibing up in there. The energy is insane. So I can't wait to come to a couple games. Yo, Coach. So I got to get a coach's perspective right now.
Coach.
So he just said he's not athletic.
Right.
So you get him in the gym right now, and knowing D-Lo's game, what are the things you're working on for him as he reached this point in his career and he's trying to play as long as he wants? What are you adding or subtracting?
So when you look at this shoebox, it tells you everything about D-Lo and his mind, the artistic thinking patterns. And even with him adding golf to his game, it allows you to know that creativity is something that he needs to be free. The game of basketball is not always structured. And some players need freedom and creativity. So for me to develop D-Lo would be all situations. It ain't even about reps. It's about creating situations that resemble the game for him to be free. And then we can work together on what that looks like. His POV. That's how I would coach him.
Hey, you just killed that. I ain't gonna
like
lie.
that.
And I know you just came up with that.
I've been thinking about that.
Hey, give it up for him on that. Listen.
Yeah. Yeah, coach.
Hey, yo, they waiting for the D-Lo ones right
Yes,
here.
sir.
You see we got a crew in front, dog.
Yeah, they want these.
You saying that to me, like I'm just like a normal fan. Like I'm taking this in a normal fan and hearing people that can look at basketball at such a high level, like you hearing that and me being able to see and been in the gym with them and see all the things, like, bro, like I'm just thankful because that's something I never would have looked at 10 years ago at a basketball player and been like, nah, he needs to be able to play free. He needs to be able to do this. I'd work on situations, not. And it's like you saying that and you just know that. That's to me, bro.
When you watch D-Lo play, right, his instinct is his greatest tool.
Yes, sir.
His instinct. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to jump high. But his ability to change pace, he's left-handed. So his ability to get you off balance, play lateral, and then he has shooting ability.
Yes.
So when you look at that and you look at creativity, that's a special product there. And that's why you balling, bro.
I love that.
Yes,
So
man,
our
that's
show
fire.
is about giving game. That's what we try to make sure we do. D-Wright, You had a long basketball career, obviously in the NBA. Then you went even further than that and played after the NBA, traveling overseas, playing in Euro, etc. We're talking to a guy right now that's been in the league, had an all-star, has been around for a while, but he's trying to extend his career. He's trying to show everybody that the leader that he is now. What advice do you have for D'Lo as he gets to this next phase of his career?
Hey, that's great because D'Lo and DeLon came in the lead the same year. So you just finished your 10th year, right?
Oh, yep.
I feel like you on track, though, right now, what you just said, taking care of your body, eating the right things, being in the gym, the recovery. One thing I can say, when it's over, that shit is over. So just take full advantage of it, man, and continue to stay on top of your body. I wish that my era would have that same type of mindset. We'd be in the locker room eating chicken tenders, burgers, and fries. We wasn't getting the chefs and, being smart when it came outside the court. So just continue to play as long as you can and leave on your terms. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of your body because you only get one body, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yo, so this is the Fanatics Fest. We got 20 more minutes to our show, and we get an opportunity to bring out one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. So can y'all please give it up for Vince Carter?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
H-O-F.
Let's go.
Yo.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
What's happening?
Go.
Yes, sir.
Y'all don't know who that is.
What's happening, everybody?
Y'all don't know who that is.
Yo, y'all know who this is?
Come on now.
Hey, Vince, let's get right to it. One of the coldest nicknames ever in our sport. Half a man,
Half amazing.
How did you feel with somebody when they gave you that? How did you feel about that?
I didn't know how to feel about it because, as a young guy coming in the league, you're just trying to make your mark and you're trying to do your thing. And I had Charles Oakley, I had Kevin Willis, I had facts. So you start hearing stuff like that. I was like, all right. At first, it's like, all right, let me break this. Half man, half amazing. Oh, that's cold. That's cold. But what comes with something like that is the pressure of being that, like whatever that means or whatever people perceive it to be. So at the same time, I was like, just go be me. Because there's this one name, and you know about it too, and all of y'all know it. It's like, when they say he's somewhat like MJ. I don't want them problems.
Yeah, no, we don't want that smoke.
I don't want them problems.
We don't want that smoke.
I don't want them problems. I want to be me. So that came about. It's like, all right, this can be my own lane. Just keep doing what you're doing, and here we are.
Flowers.
Here we are. We got a Hall of Famer right now that's enjoying the show, man.
This is unbelievable. You a few years removed. What's next for you right now? Like, where are you at right now?
You know how many years removed I am now?
5?
5 years.
5?
It's crazy. 5 years.
I just saw a highlight.
Yeah, it's like that.
I just saw that. I saw a highlight where I was like, my rookie year, you was in my little rookie year mixtape. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Crazy.
5 years. But, man, I tell you, I'm now with NBC. And, they're up and coming, doing some great things and bringing that nostalgia, bringing that old thing back. Like, what we came into the league doing is that making you feel good and loving basketball. When you watch, you smile before the game starts, like, yeah, about to watch some good basketball, calling games for the Nets, as you know, and still doing some Raptors. So I'm staying around the game, and I've told you this before. We've had conversations before. I think you know this. For me, the reason I love doing and talking about the game and being on this platform is to protect us as players. I played the game, we played the game, and we understand what they go through. And yes, be critical, but let the everyday fan know how this goes and what you're looking at and try to break it down. And I enjoy that because I get to be in the middle. And I don't really care what they say about me, but I want to protect us. I want to protect you guys that are playing. Yeah, we're going to have bad games. We're going to have a bad week. We're going to have a bad month. But that don't mean you're not up there putting work in.
Yeah.
And I want people to understand that, the everyday fan, I want y'all to understand, just because you look at the end of that bench and you see that guy that doesn't play,
bust your
I
ass.
will kill him. No, he will kill you.
Bust your ass.
That is a fact because you got to think, these guys, that guy on the end of the bench is not playing, has played against this man, has played against this man, every day. You go in your front yard, you go into a gym, you're like, oh man, I'm doing this, but you don't have Dwade in front of you. You don't have D'Angelo Russell in front of you. It's a difference. And if you ever watch TV, here you go. You ever watch TV and you watch the game, you're like, dang, he nice. But then when you go to the game, it's a little different. Oh, he bigger, faster, stronger, jump a little higher. That's what that reality when you stand in front of one of these dudes.
Yeah, he said something very important, man. It's the power. You got to learn how to be critical without criticizing. And I think it's a fine line between that. When you're a player and you're talking about the game of basketball, it's okay to be critical. But you got to criticize is what the players don't. That's why they don't fuck with you at no more, when they feel like you criticize them all the time. But we need to be critical of the game and what they're doing, because we hold them to a standard. It's us that holds them to the highest standard as former players. And so one of the hardest things to do, though, is to find that fine line.
Correct. And I want players, current players, like to know that it's, particularly for me, it's coming from a pure place. I want to be critical on, or just talk about what I see and what he could do better, and it's a way to say it. It's the way to deliver it. That's what I want. So where you say, like, all right, cool, I ain't like it, but at the same time, I get what he's saying because I played the game, so I understand it, and I've been in that situation. I'm like, nah, brother, all you have to do is just say this, and I get it. So that's what I want to do by when I say protecting us.
Hey, Vince, I want to know, how does it feel now just getting your flowers, after having a amazing, successful career?
Yeah.
HOF, all that.
Jersey retired.
All that. So
you was crying like a baby.
Yeah. How does it feel to get your flowers after all the work that you put in from a youngin in a dry way, I'm sure? How does it feel?
Like, as a player, I came in this game to be the best version of myself. As a young guy in the league, I was trying to jump over, through, or around anybody. That's just what it was. And, coming before social media, you don't understand the effect that you have on people. You don't understand how you've reached other people in the community like you do now. Like, after this, you can go on social media and see what we've done for people. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't the thing. So to go through what I've gone through, and obviously it was a tough time in Toronto, going back and forth, but that's where that all came from. That was my first time ever having a true face-to-face interaction with Toronto. Not really the country, just everyone.
The country too. It's bigger.
That's what I'm saying. That was my first time, and it was on that stage as a jersey retirement. Ooh. So I never really got to kind of, if you would, mend our relationship, have these moments of like, all right, cool, now we building up to it. Here it is right here on the table in front of everybody. So I was at first, I was like, man, then right before I went on, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have that emotion.
Let it out.
I'm going to have that emotion because I'm going to say it like this. There's a lot of superstars in this game that has played this game that doesn't have that opportunity that I just had. Yeah. Their jersey retired forever. There's a lot of superstars that we respect. So I'm like, I'm going to live in this moment, man. Like, all that I've gone through, we're back on the uphill. Like, I'm going to enjoy it. And then to have it twice, like, bro, that's nuts. I can't imagine.
Well deserved, man. Well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved, brother.
Well deserved.
Well deserved, man.
So I got something for you. Let's talk about the mentality. Like, for you to play as long as you did and to show up, because the word on the street is you're the ultimate vet. So not only were you playing for yourself, you were bringing people along. How did you get that mentality, and is that something that could be taught?
That's how I was taught. I remember the rookie transition. Yes, they had it back then too. They were like, if the players weren't willing to help you, that's when you know a guy is jealous of you. And I've always been that kind of guy. Like, I was comfortable with who I am. I was comfortable with, like, I was never afraid to give these guys game when they came in. Like, hey, man, what's what? I'll never forget this story. We playing against Melo in Denver. And I pulled him aside on the court, and I said something to him like this. He was like, I'm playing against you. I was like, yeah, but I want to see you make it, man. I want to see you be this. And obviously we know what happened with that. But, like, I've always been that way, and I just believe, like, I love protecting us. And, like, I had many battles against you too in Miami, man. Yeah. Like, but at the same time, I love to see us thrive and us to do this. Like, this is what it's all about. Like, guys, we work so hard to be who we become. And if there's a guy, like, I've never been afraid to ask for questions. And when somebody comes to me, want to give me game on something, I'm listening. And I've always been that way. When you coming back, remember we sat and talked, I was like, bro, whatever I can do to help, whatever. And you're well established. But, like, I don't see it like that. As a vet, when you're in that locker room, it ain't easy, today's game. Am I right?
Just daycare.
And the pressures of for me, being that only vet with a whole locker room, it ain't that easy, man. So I always reached out to my OGs, all the old school guys that I have. I was like, I'm still trying to learn. And that's what I want to do for people, whether they take it or not.
That's dope.
Can you speak on like what you mean by being the only vet in there and it not being that easy? Like to the general fan, like what do you mean by that?
Everybody's different. Everybody reacts to situations different. Like you can have, for instance, in Atlanta, let's say I had Trae Young. Trae Young's situation is going to be different than Cam Reddish, than DeAndre Hunter. So everybody needs different attention, and it's a different conversation. You can have a general conversation, but it doesn't hit home all the time because, like, Trae Young is Trae Young. He going to play. But then there's Cam Reddish, who wasn't playing, and it was messing with his mental. So we having a different conversation. We talking about how we have to take advantage of our minutes. Or you get 2 minutes or if you get 12 minutes. That has to matter. That has to be your 25 minutes. That has to be important to you to get more. And everybody who drafted high doesn't see it that way. Like, bro, I was a top draft pick. I was this in high school and college. Okay. But now what you doing here? Like, we have to progress, not regress.
I got one question for you.
Yeah.
At what point in your career did you feel like, all right, now it's time to start thinking more than just basketball?
So I'm gonna say about year 10 is the reason why is now I'm starting to see some of my veterans that I played with who were giving me all these games now step into the world lost, not having anything to do or going broke. And I was like, I'm learning from them, but I don't want to be that guy. So a lot of people didn't notice, but the last 9 years I did Sportscaster U, and after every season I was either at SportsCenter, at ESPN, Turner, or at the finals doing sideline. I'm doing all because I ended up liking it, and I had to grind. I wanted to grind. I wanted to do it, and that's how I got better at it. But that's what I was doing. I was like prepared for it because I followed a passion, and I don't care how people perceive me, what pedestal you put me on, bro. I was willing to start down here to get to where I am today. Like it's like I can humble myself. Like I had to do that. If I said I want to play 22 years, yeah, it's like you. Nah, bro, coach me. I'm still learning. Teach me. Like I had to sacrifice, and I knew what it took. Like I had to give up the nightlife. I had to give up the drinking. Like if you want to play at this age in your 40s, you can't do this. You can't do this. And it became easy. And it became second nature because of the goal that I wanted to play. Because if I go out to hang out, we better have an off day the next day. At 40, I left the game at 43.
That's crazy.
My last game, I was 43.
I'm 43 right now. That hurts.
That was my last game.
That hurts.
Warm them knees
Yo,
up.
I got a question, Vincent. I was a kid watching this, and to me, this goes to your mental endurance, your mental toughness. You got a lot of flack for being in the playoffs, going to get your degree.
May 20th, 2001.
Going to get your degree and coming back, making it back for a playoff game, which I think you had about 50 in, by the way. Talk about that mental toughness that you needed to have with all the media, all of the noise that was going on around your decision to go walk with and get your diploma.
So I come from a family of educators. Everybody in my family are all school teachers. It's student athlete, not athlete student. I was always taught that. And prior to me realizing when graduation was, I worked my butt off for that. I'm a professional player, but I went back to school every summer to finish my degree. So I'm going to walk like everybody else. And hearing some of these professional people who walked across the stage to get their degree being critical about it, which was crazy to me. Okay, fine. I didn't get a lot of support from the league as far as we always talk about read to achieve. We're always talking about, student athletes. We always talk about this and we're promoted. Well, here it is live in your face. One of your athletes doing it. That's fine too. The bigger goal is I made a promise to my mom that I would go back and get my degree if I left school early, which I did after junior year. Not only did I fulfilled it. I'm going to finish the job. Right. That was finishing the job for me. So I went to every player on that team, man to man, face to face, and said, this is what I'm going to do. This is when I'm leaving. This is when I'll be back. I'll be prepared. Every player was like, bet. Long as you get back, the bigger picture. This game 7.
Right.
Mind you, it was game 7 versus Allen Iverson.
Yo, game
I'll be back.
7
That's crazy.
on the road.
On the road at Philly.
I'll be back.
At Philly, but I'll be back.
Crazy.
Okay, I graduate at Chapel Hill at 9 a.m. All right? But you go look up the stories, everything is like, oh, this jet lag, he's all this, do that. You know what they didn't know?
Southwest.
The owner of the team had 2 private planes. He had one that we were flying on, but he had a backup plane just in case that broke down to make sure I got back.
Wow.
As boss.
Watch this. We didn't have shoot around. We had a meeting in the locker room. I mean, in the hotel.
Right.
Yeah, in the ballroom, had a little meeting.
I was the first one in the meeting.
Talk about it.
Nobody was there yet. They walking in like,
Talk about
bro,
it.
I thought you. Yeah. So it was one of those, but it was never talked about, which is fine.
Right.
It was never talked about because I knew what I had to do. I wanted to accomplish both goals. That was the greatest moment of my life.
You know what's impressive? Now we have everybody can go to school online. What
I wasn't doing that.
You went back to the campus
In class.
in class.
Wait, you know what I had to take to finish?
What's that?
Biology and lab.
So you
Nah.
had to
I
go
ain't
to
say it was the
lab.
smartest move.
Right.
That was dumb.
Nah, player.
That was the facts. I was like, uh-oh.
That's impressive.
But I did it. I got it done.
Half
And
amazing.
it was the greatest feeling. So now if you walk into my front door of my house, it look about that big. I blew my degree up. So like when you see it, you're like, damn, didn't you? Yeah. I earned this.
Yeah.
I earned it. So yeah, I'm
Hey,
so proud.
give it up.
Man.
Y'all get it up, man.
Yeah, B.
Hey, wait, I just want to tell the other side to it. This is the great side of it. It was great. Yeah, I earned it. I did miss the game-winning shot. But look, I would do it that way any day. And I said it. If I was going to get my master's, I'd do it if I do it. And I told Coach when he joined up, I said, give me the shot. Halfway, I'm like, ooh, this is good. Here's what I messed up. I'm already thinking what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to react. So all these people talking junk. I said, when this junk going in, I'm standing on the table. I was probably going, and
I already know.
halfway, I'm like, yeah,
It's a
this
little
looks
short.
long. No, long, hit the back rim.
Hit the back rim.
And you know what? And the PR guy was like, hey, you want to take a minute before you do your post-game interview? I was like, nah, I did it in my uniform.
Yeah.
Answered every question because, like, I'm not afraid of the moment.
I love that.
And I wasn't afraid of the backlash
I love
because
that.
I did what I had to do.
All right, listen, we got 3 minutes left, dog. So before we get off here, I want to go to each person. If you could give us one word, if you could give them one word that you practice on a daily for you in your life that can help somebody else, give everybody one word that you practice on a daily. One word that stands for what you practice on a daily. I can go first if you want to.
Nah, this is crazy, but it sounds cliche. But he said the word. My word is practice. I practice how to do everything. I practice how to handle my emotions. I practice how to do better at podcast. I practice on basketball. I practice on my future. I practice golf. I practice
about it.
how to love my lady. I practice how to be a father. Practice is my word.
Love that.
That-
I love that.
the
D.
bar.
love
We're
that.
talking
You was
about
ready.
practice.
You was ready for that one. my
Talking
guy.
about practice.
Oh,
You funny you said that.
Up, you've been thinking about that.
All right, Lo.
For me, recently it's been gratitude because you look at life and it's so fast, and then you got like Instagram, you got Twitter and everything, and so often you could just look at things and just be like so negative. So for me, I've been waking up, I've been trying to have a gratitude journal to where it's like now throughout my day, instead of my mindset being all this negativity, it's like, what am I grateful for? What do I have gratitude for? So that's been like my big thing recently.
Love that.
like
Love
that.
that. Gratitude. D.
Yeah,
Reezy.
Yeah.
Mine has been mindset. Me now, being a retired athlete, going into so many different industries and different worlds, I gotta have the right mindset. I gotta be willing to learn. I can't be a guy that say, oh, well, I did this, and that. That shit all erase when it's, you go to a different world and a different industry. So I would say mine is
Love that.
mindset.
Mindset.
Love that.
Chris.
Love that. Mine's is consistency.
I like that.
Facts.
It don't matter what you do, be consistent. Do it every day for 365 days and watch how you progress through it. Don't do it for one day. Do it every day. And watch where you go and how you reach your dreams and the things that you want.
Consistency, everybody.
Like that.
All right. HOF.
So it's hard to say one word, so I'm gonna say it like this: think before you act.
Okay.
That is, if you look at my Twitter, you'll see it there. And the reason I say that is because we're emotional creatures sometimes. You hit a nerve, we gonna strike back. So especially for us in this space now, we have to kind of think how are we gonna react to these different situations and then live with those things. So I've always I've always tried to live by that. Like in everything you said, like I'm like, dang, that. But like I was like, think about it before you act upon it. Think about what you're gonna do before you act upon it, and then live with your decision or live with your approach. And so that's been my thing. Is like, sometimes I get triggered. But like, let me think about this. How if I make this decision, I gotta live with it. So let me kind of map this out. And it's really opened doors, and it's really opened my mind, and it's really kind of given me the game plan on a lot of things in life.
Think before you act. My word would be patience. I think one of the hardest things to have in life is patience. We living in 2025. None of us have patience right now. We want everything right now. If you're going to reach your dreams, if you're going to reach your goals, if you're going to buy your mom that house, if you're going to accomplish all the things you write or you dream about, you better have patience to do it. And so for me, I get up every day and I try to have patience with myself. I try to have grace for myself first and foremost. So everybody, practice patience.
Hey, may I piggyback on that?
Yes, sir.
Hey, and for everybody out here, humble yourself.
Yes.
Humble yourself and be a self-motivator. And when I say humble yourself, because like we all get bravado, we think we can do, but hey, be willing to ask questions. Be willing to learn first, because when you get it, then you hit straight down easy street. But sometimes we got to humble ourselves and be willing to ask questions. Because I tell you what, that's what opens doors, because sometimes we go so fast, we miss the blessings sometimes that sits beside us. We go so fast, we miss kind of the lessons that we need to learn to get to that goal that we're trying to reach. So sometimes just slow down, bro, and be willing to ask. Like, you're not weak, you're not a coward if you're asking questions, bro. Y'all ever drive sometimes and you lost, but like, nah, we're gonna figure this out. And you still lost? Still lost, but guess what? 20 minutes ago, I could have just stopped at this convenience store and asked the local, hey, how do I get to the Starbucks right here? Oh, bro, make 2 rights and it's right there. Damn.
You ain't lied. Yo, hey, a lot of gems was dropped. D'Angelo, Logan, D. Wright, Chris, Vince, I'm Dwade.
2 Hall of Famers.
Yes, sir.
2 Hall of Famers.
2 Hall of Famers.